Hello, welcome, gorgeous beings of light. This is Elmara coming to you with 100 Miracles in 100 Days project, plus the Effortless Manifesting and Awareness Activation Quickie. Start by taking a big, slow, deep belly breath in, letting it out through the mouth, letting go of everything outside this moment. It's brought to my attention yesterday, I think it was, that some people can't breathe deep just due to stuff that's going on. That doesn't matter. It's really just about your awareness. The reason we get you to breathe deeply is because when you're breathing, it keeps you focused in this moment. But if you can't breathe deeply, that's okay. Just try to remain focused on my words. Take another big breath in, or little breath. Do this several times, breathing in through the nose, holding it for as long as it's comfortable, and then out through the mouth until you feel your awareness come back within you, at which time we ask that you return to breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. So I have to be upfront straight away with this one. I am off my face in bliss and have been since 11:11 when I finished listening to the most magnificent sound bath I've ever heard. After getting up at 3 a.m. again and participating in another high vibrational day with hundreds of healers. And I've waited, just trying to get to a place where I'm coherent, and it's not happened. And also somebody just left a message. The wonderful Jackie left a message on yesterday's powerful activation that was done with 10,000 plus healers. And she said it was so powerful she couldn't get it to play. And I recognized then, oh, why don't I just record this anyway so that we can have this bliss. It's very powerful yesterday, but today I'm just off my face in bliss. And so we're going to do the awareness activation quickie. If I miss some steps, please forgive me. If you're new to this, go back and listen to the very first Effortless Manifesting and Awareness activation that was done before we started the 100 Miracles project. And I will try to make this as quick as possible. So let's just begin by bringing our awareness into our body, our beautiful, beautiful body that houses our exquisite spirit and soul. And all the stories we tell ourselves about our body, usually fed to us by the media, and all of our gripes, and toss that out the window, out the door, and just breathe. See if you can get a sense of how much lighter you feel without all those stories about who you're supposed to be. What a wonderful way to distract you from your extraordinary presence and gifts that you have to share by making you focus on what you look like. Now please bring your awareness into your identity. All the things that say that you are you, your name, address, phone number, occupation, kids, cats, dogs, pets, family, type of car you drive, type of house you live in. Toss all of that out the window, along with all your university degrees, or out the door, and just breathe. Just breathe. Bring your awareness now, please, into your feelings, your emotions, and your opinions, and toss all those out the window or out the door as well, and breathe. Letting go of anything that's outside your beautiful, beautiful soul. And bringing awareness now into your mind, your exquisite mind that's just wonderful for getting things done, but terrible at being the master of your life. And toss all your thoughts, conscious mind, unconscious mind, and subconscious mind out the window or out the door, and breathe, please. You definitely need your mind when you try to do this and you're off your face in bliss. I want to just add, sit there going, what's the next one? Okay, your heart, your beautiful, beautiful heart. I want you to seek and find, gather and bind all of the heartache, all of the heartbreak, and all of the heart walls you have up around your heart. Toss them out the window or out the door as well. And breathe. See if you can notice more of the exquisite being of light you really are, which is why I'm off my face in bliss at the moment. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I don't know why anyone would take drugs if you really knew how magnificent you were. Now please bring your awareness into the infinite wealth and infinite abundance that exists in every one of your 100 trillion cells, and everything that is out of alignment with that. So all scarcity and suffering, all lack and limitation, all poverty consciousness, chuck that out the window or out the door and breathe. Just breathe. Now we want you to seek and find, gather and bind all shame, all blame, all pain, and all suffering within your 100 trillion cells and your 100 trillion telomeres, and toss that out the window, out the door as well. I'm not sure if everyone knows about the David Hawkins scale of human consciousness. Absolutely brilliant book called Power versus Force, written in 1995 by this extraordinary man, David Hawkins. David R. Hawkins, I think is his name. He had put himself into a self-imposed retreat, and he was so addicted to this bliss that I'm feeling now. He'd been there for 7 years, and when he came out of it, Princess Diana had just died, and he didn't even know who she was. Imagine being that. Anyway, the point I wanted to make is that he says that anger vibrates on a scale of human consciousness higher than shame, because shame and guilt are the two things that stop us from moving forward. At least when we're getting angry, we're starting to go, that's it, I'm not going to take this anymore. So really important that you let go of all shame, all blame, all pain and all suffering, and throw that out the window or out the door and breathe. And the new one we uncovered yesterday is seek and find, gather and bind all fear, all anger and all rage. And toss that out the window or out the door as well, and just breathe. Breathe into the magnificence of who you truly are, to the bliss that exists under the 1%, to the 99% untapped, pure potential, pure God source that exists within every cell of your being. High vibrational bliss. And just breathe into that. And it's here that if you wanted to manifest anything, that you can ask, how can I have a fit and healthy body? How can I manifest $10,000 right now? How can I manifest $1 million right now? How can I meet my soulmate? Or how can I find my soulmate? Any of those questions, just ask them here and surrender them to Source, to God, to your divine I am presence, to your highest self, whatever supreme intelligence, divine oneness, whatever name you want to call God, just ask it here and let it go. Or breathe into that bliss while I share with you what I hope will be a quick miracle. So in my 30s, I lived opposite a cemetery. I may have told you this, in a tiny little bungalow house with my 2 cats then. It's like a cat person, a dog person, a cat person, a dog person. I'm back being a cat person at the moment. I love both. They're all beings to me. And I had Fat Black, a cat I'd had who lived to be 22 years old. I think I've told that miracle earlier. And my cats would always run. When I got off the bus, I worked 3 days a week, and the other 2 days a week I hung out in the cemetery taking lost souls home. I learned to become a gatekeeper back then. That's another story for another day. But my 2 cats would run out and greet me. When I got off the bus, they'd be standing because my bus stopped right opposite my house. And it didn't occur to me to think, why weren't the cats there? And it wasn't until I just got in the door. The next thing I heard, I think I might have been checking messages on my phone. It goes back such a long way. I used to have a little answering machine for your messages. And mobile phones cost thousands of dollars and were the size of a brick. Oh, it's funny to see how technology has changed. Anyway, next thing, my old clunker of a car does a U-turn and takes off down the hill. And that's why my cats went there. They obviously had seen that person over at my car. Anyway, I just scream at God, do whatever you need to do but to stop that car, but don't let it hit a tree. So my car's gone. I report it to the police. I've got one of the lovely ladies who works with me in the same pod that I worked in of 8 people or whatever. Her and a hubby were picking me up from work. I was either catching the bus or they picked me up on the days that it was too early. And I remember them saying to me, oh, what's the rego of your car? And I told them. But a fortnight later, I still didn't have my car back. And I remember on the Friday yelling at God going, okay, either give me my bloody car back or get me another car. Because, you know, I lived sort of just enough away that it was not convenient to try and shop without a car. So that afternoon, I get a call from the police saying, we found your car. And it was in the street of the lady who had said, what's your car rego? They were just asking that. She didn't even notice that it was there in her street. And the young girl had remembered the day that it arrived there because she said it was her 18th birthday. And when the car pulled up, he was like bashing on the horn. And she thought it was someone who had arrived early for her 18th birthday party. And then when she came out, he ran off. And the car was going tick, 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 tick. It was an old Honda, and it was really modern for its time. Had an electric starter motor when the key was on. It had something electric that made it tick over, and it had flattened the battery by the time we found it. But this is what I wanted to tell you, is that clutch jammed. My clutch jammed. It was obviously an old manual was the word I'm looking for, manual car, and the clutch had jammed and it wouldn't come out. And so therefore my car got from my place, he'd crossed like a main sort of street and come to the first side street, which is where the girl from work lived. And he'd just got a little way down that street and my car conked out on him. So the miracle of that story is that when I got a male friend to come and help me. We took the battery down and charged it up at a servo, and we just pulled that clutch back out. And I may have mentioned that I used to work 3 days a week and hang out in the cemetery. The other 2 days taking lost souls home. So I didn't make lots of money, but I need to save money to take my car to the garage. Now that's another story with another miracle that's, includes someone that had a brain tumour. So I might leave the rest of that for tomorrow. Tomorrow's miracle. As I mentioned to you before, I've had hundreds of miracles, and a lot of them happen with car miracles from when I didn't have much money and I used to give all my work away for free. So that's the miracle today, is that you can command that things. And so that car, after we pulled the clutch out, sometimes it would get really sticky and I'd go, God, put lots and lots of gold light around my clutch and get me home safely. God, put lots and lots of gold light around my clutch until I can get home safely. And I think it was about 10 months before I had enough money to take it to a garage and get that clutch looked at. So, and that's when the next miracle will start, and I'll share that with you tomorrow. So you can have anything. I asked for the God to stop that car, but don't let it hit a tree. It wasn't a flash car. It was my car, and I didn't want to be without a car. I always feel weird when I haven't got a car because I've been single my entire life. I feel weird when I don't have a car. I feel like I've lost my independence or something. My ability to move whenever I need to move. So a bit of an old gypsy in me, I think. So just breathe. So that's our miracle for today. You can ask for what you want. If I'd known that, back then, because we're going back like 30 odd years, I could have just asked for a new car, but I wasn't as smart as I am these days to do that. So you can have anything you want. You just got to ask for it. And the higher your vibrational state, when you ask for it, the more and then let it go. don't hang around and tell God how to suck eggs. The more that is likely to show up in your life. That's called effortless manifesting. But most of us try to manifest stuff from our 1% instead of manifesting it from this 99% untapped pure potential that exists in all of us. Breathe. So that's our miracle 37 for today. I'm sorry I'm a bit all over the place. But I'm really hoping, trusting, rather than hoping, hope's not a good word, I am trusting that all of this love and bliss that I'm off my face on and can barely open my eyes will be embedded into this miracle today, and that you get to experience some of the bliss of your own divine essence, so that you will take time every day, every morning, to connect to your divine I am presence, your higher self, your angels, God, source, goddess within, whatever name you want to call that, and invite that into your day so that your life becomes easier, so your life becomes a more joyful trip for you, so that things become easier for you, so that money comes easier to you, loving friendships come easier to you. Breathe. And it's in this higher place of resonance that you ask for what you want and let it go. Alrighty, love, love, love. My deepest love and richest blessings to you all. Have a truly blessed day, what's left of it, and I look forward to being with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.